So guys, just to let you know, there's a lot of spoilers in this review, so if you want to go see this movie, go out and watch the movie first and then come back. You've been warned. Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ronan Time HD. So yeah, this is going to be a great time. Hey guys, welcome back to an episode of Ticket Tuesday, this time Sunday edition. Today we just watched the new-ish Children of the Corn adaptation thingy. And it was really bad, as most Stephen King adaptations are nowadays. It was with Firestarter last year, now it's with Children of the Corn this year-ish. But to tell you that this film was entertaining is another thing entirely. This film was fucking hysterical. What broke... Okay, I'm not going to say it, I don't want to say it in my review, but there was a certain line that broke me, and throughout the rest of the film, I was just laughing my ass off. I can almost recommend this film to just go out, watch it with your buddies, and laugh your ass off. It is that good. It's that much stupid horror movie garbage that I love. But anyway, I'll explain why I loved this film, and why it was terrible, and more, back at the house.
Children of the Corn.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Ticket Tuesday, special Sunday edition. I am your host, Time HD, and this time we watched the new adaptation of Stephen King's short story, Children of the Corn, released in 1977, the original story. This one was released this year, but was originally played at a film festival 3 years ago in 2020. And then it was finally bought by Shudder, and it's been released in theaters in select areas for a limited time, and is going to be released on their streaming service, and it was released here, where we were able to watch it in the theater. And honestly, this is the most fun I've had in a theater in a long time. This movie is hot garbage, but it is delicious garbage. And, dude, when I say this film has some of the stupidest dialogue I've ever heard, is saying something. It's really saying something. And to be honest, like, literally, this line broke me. Like I said in my walkout, I didn't want to say it because I wanted to say it in the review, but this is probably one of the greatest lines I've ever heard in any movie. Corn economy can kiss my ass. A writer wrote that line down into the script, showed that to an executive. They were like, yeah, that's good, put that in the movie. And an actor said that with a straight face. I'd say that actor should get an Oscar. Whoever can say that line without laughing their ass off, hats off to you. Because you clearly are a better actor than most. Literally. How can you say that line without laughing? I don't understand. That line is a fucking enigma. But as an enigma of film. But as I was saying, after that, I was laughing my ass off the whole way through. Like, something small could happen in the movie, like something slightly funny, and I would still laugh. Like, there was a point. Okay, so I guess I should do the story, whatever. It's pretty simple. So basically, this kid comes out of the corn, goes into a daycare and murders, like, all the adults there, and then... So, remember that. Remember the part about the murdering the adults, all the adults in the daycare. And then the cops go there, and the cops put in the gas. They, like, put in some sedative gas that kills all the kids in the daycare. And then Eden, who was a girl that he talked to before he started the, like, massacre. And then the whole movie is about Eden, like, starting a cult, and, you know, Children of the Corn in the name. But Unfortunately, I haven't seen Children of the Corn, the original, I haven't read the short story yet. But the things I've heard about the original Children of the Corn is that I've heard that the original Children of the Corn does this way better, and I believe it does. Because not only are the Stephen King adaptations way better from back in the day, for obvious reasons, but it's just like, this film is not that hard to top. I don't think it's that hard to top this film on a story and writing, or even like also definitely effects level. Not that hard. But yeah, she starts a cult, and she then there's this girl named Bo, who's the main character of the movie, and then she then tries to stop Eden, and Eden kills all the adults in the little town that they live in, and then Bo burns down the cornfield by the end. And one thing that I really don't understand is how easily swayed all the kids in the cult are to like just not like the corn anymore. It didn't really seem that believable to me, because they literally murdered people and were gonna burn Bo alive for the corn and for He Who Walks, who was like the monster in the corn, which I'll get to that later. But yeah, I don't really understand why they're so easily swayed when they literally murdered people for the corn, but you do you, movie. Then Eden walks with He Who Walks into the cornfield, and then she burns alive with the corn guy. The corn guy. Yes. Instead of calling him He Who Walks, fuck that. Corn guy. We're gonna call him Corn Guy. Corn Guy. But yeah, we have Corn Guy. She walks into the cornfield with Corn Guy, and then I can't believe. But yeah, she walks into the cornfield, and then she burns with him. But then, for some reason, Bo comes back to the cornfield. I don't know why. She just does. I don't know how much time has passed after this, because the whole fucking cornfield is burned down. And then it's the big twist at the end of the movie is that Eden is the new corn person, and she kills Bo. And it's like, but how, though? You gonna explain that, or no? Is it just gonna be a gotcha moment that I completely expected? Like, as soon as the cornfield was gonna get burned down, I'm like, oh, she's not dead. Like, I knew that there was gonna be this, like, tired trope at the end of a horror movie where, this is, like, I think I'm not gonna go on a tangent, but there is a movie. The movie Nightmare on Elm Street has this problem where at the end of the movie, like, Freddy has the last laugh, and it looks really dumb. Maybe, I mean, I don't have it's not that bad compared to this. And I think the gotcha, the villain gets the last laugh moment is so overused in horror movies nowadays. And I think it'd subvert my expectations more if the hero just wins. I don't know. Maybe if you're gonna have a hero in a movie, maybe you should have the hero win sometimes. I'm not saying I don't like movies where the villain wins, no. But let's get real. Like, not every horror movie needs to end like this, and so many of them do. Fucking stupid. Not as much as they used to, but still. Yeah. So she ends up getting killed by a new tree person who is now Eden. And yeah, that's the movie. It's very simple and very stupid. But I think, getting back to the corn economy can kiss my ass part, that whole scene was, like, comedy gold. Because Bo is, like, 17. She's still technically a kid. Yeah, she's still a kid. And, so she walks in, and she just kind of interrupts this whole, like, town meeting, and they all just kind of, like, and after she says that, they all, like, all the adults just, like, laugh at her and just go, ha ha ha, children can't vote. And it's like, it's the most stupidest bullshit, like, Looney Tunes shit I've ever seen. Like, it's so dumb. Because what kind of person points and laughs at a child and says, ha ha ha, children can't vote? I think that's literally what one of the characters said. I'm not even paraphrasing. Like, I think that's legit what they said. And it's like, how do you write this into a scene and think that's, like, good? That seems like the first fucking draft. And they're like, perfect. That's exactly how we should write this scene. And, like, it doesn't ever get to that level again in the movie, but still, the movie is still really stupid the entire way through. Because I don't really get Eden's motives. I mean, I get she wants to, you know, worship the corn and corn guy, and that she wants to feed him and do all this shit, protect the corn. But I don't, there's like another second motive that I don't really care about all that much because I didn't really learn why. So, I mean, I know why, but I don't really give a reason to care or, like, know why she was so anyway, I'm gonna get to it. So, beginning of the movie, all the kids in the daycare get killed because of the gas by the adults. And she, like, wants to kill the adults, not just to feed the corn, but because, like, they killed her friends. But, Eden, have you think about it for 1 second that maybe the corn is the reason why all of them are dead? I mean, yes, the adults put the poison in there that killed them, but they wouldn't have put the poison in there if that kid wasn't talked to by the corn to kill the adults in the building. Have you think about that, Eden? I bet you fucking haven't, because you're a fucking idiot. Because you're a child. You're not as smart as you think you are. Because it's so dumb, and like, it's so ham-fisted. And they only mention this, like, 3 or 2 times, that's her second motive. Because when she's, like, using the gas to knock out all the adults and, like, have a fake-out death, and then have them die for real, she says, "This is for my friends." And it's like, then immediately after that, she's like, "We must feed the corn." It's like, bitch, make up your mind. What are you doing it for? Are you doing it for your dead friends, or are you doing it for the corn? You can't do it for both. Because you clearly care about one more than you do the other. Because you never mention it more than a couple times. I mean, maybe I wasn't paying close attention enough because I was too busy laughing at the movie to realize that maybe they explained that, but I doubt they did. And another thing I like to say about this film, like, the end of the movie is so drawn out and so fucking long. Like, I don't understand why the end of this film, like, maybe it's because I wasn't laughing as much. I mean, I was laughing at the end of the movie, but, like, the very end. But I there was, like, a point where I laughed at intervals, but I wasn't laughing at the whole thing, so it just kind of felt longer. But to me, it felt like it was, like, a half an hour of just Bo getting captured by the kids. Like, no, she goes to the corn, it's night, and there's, like, this barn house thing. Barnyard, and like a barn. But yeah, they have the reporter who she was gonna interview her about, like, all the problems with the corn and all the things with the corn and like all the stuff going on in the town. But then they capture the reporter, and it's just such a long, drawn-out part of the movie. And because I think the thing with that, it was just such a boring part. Because then it was like, she was running through the cornfield, she was covered in gasoline, and then when the reporter was taken by the corn guy, then she gets knocked out by the children of the corn. Then they pour gasoline on her, and then she gets away, and she runs through the cornfield for like 5 minutes. She gets attacked by corn guy, and now here is a part I was going to get to. I like the concept of this film. And I've heard the first film also has this problem with some people. I also have a problem with any version of this movie. Now, I don't know about you, but if there's a movie about, like, these kids who have a cult who worship corn, and they kill adults and they take over a little town. That is such a cool and really good idea. But but them worshiping a corn monster is kind of lame. Just because, I'm gonna quote a review of this film. Just because you're a horror movie doesn't mean you need to have a monster. And it's true. And it's true. Because I think this film would have been way better. And probably even the original would have been better. I'm not saying the original's bad. I haven't seen it. But what I've heard is that if it was just about these kids and they, like, mentioned the toxins in the corn at the very beginning of the movie. They mentioned, like, the toxins that are in the corn that, like, can fuck up people's mind. I would love it if, like, the commentary on the film was, like, the herbicides and the pesticides that they put into the corn. The kids inhaled the, like, toxins that came out of the corn, and it made them crazy and think that there was a monster that they worshipped in the corn, and really there was nothing there, and, like, they were just crazy because of the toxins. I think that's way better, and it's way scarier to think about that than just, ooh, there's a scary monster in the corn. I think it's so much missed potential, because it's I think it's a more scarier idea to have no monster than, I don't know, it's just really stupid. And I love a horror movie with a monster, like a killer in it. I always love a horror movie with a monster, but I feel like there are some films that don't need it. You know, as I said, just because you're a horror film doesn't mean you need a monster. Please, just get this right. I don't know, man. Missed potential. But, yeah. The film was really stupid, really dumb, really fun and enjoyable, however, and just on that alone, I can recommend this film, because it is so goddamn stupid. But I think this is the first time in Take a Tuesday special Sunday edition history where I'm gonna do 2 ratings. And I'm gonna do that on ironic enjoyment and real movie rating. Now, real movie rating is like a 5. Like, this movie is not very good. Maybe a 4. Like, movie's not very good. If you want to watch this movie on a real movie basis, like if you want to watch it on its actual quality, you probably will not enjoy this film. If you're like a critic, if you're like more critical of movies, you can't really like enjoy a movie like a so bad it's good movie, you probably will not enjoy this movie at all. But as an ironic enjoyment, fucking 8. An 8 out of 10 on ironic enjoyment alone. I don't think you can have a bad time watching this movie. As I said, unless you're really critical of movies. But if you just want to like get a group of friends together and laugh at a stupid movie, this is perfect. So yeah, I'd recommend it if you want to have a good time with buds, or just watch it on your own accord and laugh at it. But yeah. I think I've said my piece. I think I said what I need to say. And so guys, thanks for watching my review on this very corny movie. But, you know what guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you like it. Share with friends, subscribe, turn those notifications on. Comment down below on how much you liked it. And I'm Tandem HD, signing off.